That one is still clocking. Hello, everyone. So sorry for the delay.
We are live.
Oh my God. Hey, y'all.
Let me fix my
We have
screen.
had so many technical issues. I don't know if it's but our apologies. But we are here. It's Monday, Marriage Monday.
Marriage Monday.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Marriage Monday with Marriage is Real. I'm Damien. And this is my better half, Jamie.
Hi, Project Skeeter. Thanks for joining us. How are you? Good to see you back. Welcome back.
Thanks for coming in, bro. We already got people joining
Hello,
us.
everybody on Facebook. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? How's everybody's Thanksgiving? Even though that was the week before.
It's been a minute, right?
That was the week before last week. Yeah. So happy belated Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
It's hard to believe this year is almost over. Like we got less than 30 days and 2020 will be over.
Yeah.
I wish at the end of 2020 COVID would just die.
Just die. Just
there
was
no more COVID.
Like
all of that
what
would
was
be
that?
over.
What was the Marvel
What's
movie
up, this is?
where he snapped his fingers?
Oh, Thanos.
When he said he was Iron Man or Thanos, whoever, just get a snap and so it can be gone.
So it can be over and done
Over
with.
and done.
So December 7th, 2020. So what we've been doing lately is we've been talking about crave. Mm-hmm. And so we've been splitting it up into some different sections. And so tonight, Skeeter said, please die COVID. Die.
Right.
But we've been talking about crave. Mm-hmm. And so we've been splitting it up into different pieces. And so tonight we're going to probably talk about one of my favorite portions of the acronym crave. But to kind of give you guys a recap, initially we talked about the C, which was communication. The R is for respect. Find out what it means to me. And then tonight we're going to talk about the A. Not A, like Atlanta, but we're going to talk about the A for...
Oh, the letter A.
The letter A. I saw this in rap video.
Oh, okay.
Like this.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
So tonight we're going to talk about the A, which is arouse / attraction.
Hey, Sia. I just saw that comment.
It's arousal's pretty serious.
Attraction is very, very pertinent. It's paramount.
Very pertinent
in a relationship.
Very
Absolutely.
Important. And
as you can see, that A is interchangeable because we're still trying to see is it attraction, is it arousal? But I think with attraction, arousal kind of falls under the umbrella of attraction.
Yes.
Right.
Because you want to be attracted to someone.
Because the attraction is what creates the arousal.
Mm-hmm.
Breeds it?
It breeds the yearning.
Don't do it.
So one of the biggest things to keep in mind about when you are talking about arousal is if you've been with someone for any point, for any specific amount of time, is to not give up when you get married.
Right.
The things that you did and the ways that you were when you got with your spouse or your significant other. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you look on social media, you see people saying things like, I'm ready to get married so I can let myself go. And that's not a good meaning.
I ain't never seen that.
You haven't seen that before?
There's women saying that?
Yes.
I ain't seen
that.
Like
once I'm waiting on my husband so I can let myself go. Like you just gonna throw in a towel and just be done because you get married. So
I mean it happens, but I ain't trying to do that on purpose.
And it happens over time because I'm not the same.
And you don't let yourself go. It's just
no, but that's what the meme specifically said that, so that they can let themselves go. Okay. And so you want to make sure that you try, because let me just say this: the longer you're with someone, time is time. Most people don't stay their fighting weight. After you see somebody that plays football, they box or something like that. They're not the same size that they were when they were in their prime.
Right.
As we get older, you've been with somebody 5-10 years, and what happens is you get happy.
Yeah.
And so
then you get comfortable.
You get happy, you get comfortable, you get in love, you start having babies, stuff like that happens. Cause I know when we, early on, when we got pregnant, well, she got pregnant. I ate with her.
We was pregnant.
I was so happy because it was like all we did every day was wake up and try to find out. So what we eating today?
And I was happy because I've never had a huge appetite, but when I was
pregnant,
she
was really small, so
I was going at it. And I was just so surprised that I could eat that much for the first time in my life.
And so two of her things that she loved to eat while she was pregnant: powdered donuts
and chocolate milk.
And chocolate milk. But then she also used to like Jack in the Box egg rolls.
And the wedges.
And the bacon.
The potato wedge and bacon. I don't think they have those no more, do they?
I don't know.
The bacon potato wedges, y'all, with the extra sour cream and the cheese. Oh my God. Oh Lord. I was fat full fat, whatever it's called. Oh, we used to eat JoJo's all the time. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you really dated us.
JoJo's gone out of business.
JoJo's the diner. We used to eat there all the time, and it used to be good.
It used to be.
But during those times, the babies come, the years roll, but sometimes, I've seen another meme that said, I'm still trying to get rid of this baby weight, and it's a teenager in the picture.
But it do. It take a long time. Shoot.
Your baby 21.
Baby weight is a different type of weight. It's not like, oh, I just gained weight, let me lose it. Baby weight is different. It's hormonal. It changes your body.
I'm not disagreeing.
No, because I'm still trying to lose my baby weight. And my baby 15.
Yeah, probably just skeeted. She having flashbacks. I might need to cover my left side.
Y'all playing. That's be off the chain.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So we and women don't be mad at him. He just talking. But baby weight is a real thing. It's a real thing. But the thing about that is you have to start like right. As soon as you have the baby, you got to kind of start, because if it just sit there, it's just gonna sit there. Because I'm the living witness,
You're fine. I mean, literally, you're fine.
You married to me. You know what I'm saying?
I know what fine look like.
But I need to be fine to myself. Cause see, and that's one thing I was gonna say is with women. If women don't feel sexy, they don't want to be sexual. Just straight up. Like if I say, look in the mirror at yourself, do you want to have sex with yourself?
I don't ever.
Oh, that's not good. But I'm saying from a woman's perspective. But I'm saying from a woman's perspective, if I was looking at me or you was looking at yourself, would you look at you and be like, oh yeah, I want to give it up? If not, it's probably good. It's probably hard for her and her husband to be
together.
Yeah, I'm trying to censor what I'm saying.
And so check this out though. Let me give a disclaimer about this. Everything we're talking about,
excuse me,
it's not applicable to any health issues or anything like that. We're talking about two healthy people that are healthy. So it's not, somebody sickly or bedridden or they can't get up. We're not talking about that. That's not what this is about. So you need to get up and they can't. That's not fair.
That's horrible.
So I'm sorry. I should have gave y'all
that
disclaimer from the jump. Please continue.
But I'm just saying, what was I saying? If you look at yourself in the mirror, you have to be. Do you want to have sex with yourself? Like, because a lot of times with women, if we don't feel good about ourselves, it's hard for us to want to be sexual. Yeah, and even regardless of what you're saying and what a man is saying and how you making them feel so good, it helps. But it still ain't how it is when you feeling some type of way about yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you feeling good, that's when they go out. That's why you see a lot of women, all you see is stomach. They get their booty done. You see booty. But when you start feeling good about yourself, you can tell because you start feeling yourself.
And we've actually been talking about this, that as women continue to mature, they get more confident they show more skin.
Yeah. Because when you start to realize, you know what, I like me. I'm okay with me. And if you okay with you and you like you, then it's easier for you to be to be intimate, to be sexual. Project Skeeter said, well, I think it's up to men to constantly remind our wives how beautiful they are. That is absolutely true. That's a great comment. And that's needed. That's absolutely needed. But it's still up to your woman. It's a personal thing also, relative to how we feel. Because if we don't feel good about ourselves, sometimes we can project that onto guys. I know a lot of men will say, stop, I don't like when you do that. I don't like when you constantly say you fat, or ooh, look at my back fat, or my arms saggy, or whatever. Men will say they don't like for women to do that. Am I right?
Your husband will lick your arms.
Right.
So come over here, girl. We'll put the lyrics on that.
But I'm just saying, I know that a lot of guys that we talk to and stuff like that, they don't like for her to, I guess, downplay herself or criticize herself,
right. Or demean
herself. Yeah. I don't know, why does that bother y'all if we talk about ourselves?
Because I think on some levels it has to do with having confidence. You know what I'm saying?
That the woman having confidence in herself,
right? Just like how women find a confident man sexy and attractive and everything like that. It kind of mirrors that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially if he's telling you that he's still digging you. You know what I'm saying? He grab your hand and spin you around, like, let me see you, girl. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's
still personal. Like,
sure, and I agree.
Right, you absolutely.
Because I told her something about me today, and she laughed and she laughed and she laughed.
I wasn't trying to be funny. It's not about how you feel about yourself. It's what you say. You make these references that just like, who says this stuff? Just be like, if I want to be a tree, I can be a tree. Like, who says that? How can you be a tree? How can a person be a tree?
That don't open that door, because if I go down that road, we might be talking about something else.
Anyway, he just said stuff. It was funny what he said, how he said it, not the context of what he was saying, not what it was, pertaining to. But
Cameron said we haven't aged. Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you, Kim. Oh, and with her pretty self. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Tell her I say hey.
Hey, love.
Hey, Octavia. Hey, love, CK. Thank you for joining us.
I'm sorry.
I really wasn't. It didn't even matter to me, but whatever.
So one of the things is when you are talking about arousal and attraction, remember your why. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things. Sometimes over time, you have to continue to remind yourself of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have these ebbs and flows in your relationship, and you can get really comfortable. It's almost like being at a job. It's like you've been there for so long, and you know how to move around. You know how to move around. It's like,
you look like you've been working all day. You ain't done nothing.
You've been up playing mahjong and solitaire all day long. But your manager walked by and said, "Oh, you're doing a great job."
Not for you.
Hey, whatever you need to believe. So just remember your why. It's very important that, like we say all the time, is that you want to make sure you're being selfless. You're thinking about, did I say selfish?
Selfless.
Okay.
Who said selfless?
Okay.
Thanks.
Be selfless with your spouse, and and especially with men, and I'm not saying women aren't, but for us, we're very visual. We're very stimulated by what we see. We're very drawn to, like, it does. Give y'all another example. We might go to the grocery store, and either with me being with her or not being with her, she comes home and she'll tell me, "Damien, I was walking through Brookshire's or Walmart, and it was this man. You know how they got the carts, the motorized carts?" And she say, "I was walking by and it was two of them, and they was just looking me up and down." I said, "Well, baby, how old were they?"
They're old.
She's talking about they had to be in their 70s or 80s and then what they say, they give you that old man. Well, good evening.
Hey, how you doing?
Why they doing you like this? Why they looking you up and down?
I'm doing just fine, sir.
Paw.
Do you need some help getting this off the shelf? Roll on, sir. Roll on.
So you got, but it's innate in us. It's second nature for us to be attracted to what we see. That never goes away. So women, there's a difference between wives. There's a difference between a man looking and a man gawking. sometimes it's second nature for us. You might just see somebody walk by and you could be talking and your eyes do like that.
I think that was really good what you just said, but I thought you was going to say something else. You said a difference between a man looking and a man gawking.
Okay.
I was going to say, I feel like it's a difference between a man looking and a man wanting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can look at somebody, but that don't mean you want them. And I think a lot of times as women, we feel like, well, he looking at her, he must want her. No, I think it's a man's, the way y'all's brain is set up, like on a scientific level. Men are wired to be visually attracted to women, to pretty things, to beautiful things. And pretty and beautiful is subjective, whatever you're attracted to.
Right.
Because what he likes, Daryl might not like. You know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't always mean that he wants her just because he noticed and saw her, because it's just the man in him. Not making excuses for men that are disrespectful. But like I said, we talked about it before, I've even seen him cut his eyes over and look at somebody. I was like, was she cute? What you talking about? I wasn't looking at her. Yes, you did.
And sometimes it's so second nature that you really don't even realize. You don't have any motive or intent.
Right.
You don't even know you did it. Because I've been like, who? Who? You know the woman down there?
I saw the one in the yellow dress.
700 yards away.
With the yellow dress on. I don't know. Her. Oh, that woman. I didn't even look at her. Yes, you did.
Yeah. No idea.
I did it. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. I don't take no offense to it. I just know that men are naturally just innate and instinctive in them to just see a pretty woman, and he may look. That don't mean he want her. He just, I saw. For me, I take it. I use it. I use the example of me and babies. If I see a baby somewhere,
look
at it. It automatically, even if it looked like somebody holding, I can't even see the baby yet. I just know it's a baby. So I'm trying to see when they walk by what this baby look like, because it's just innate in me. I'm not saying this for all women, but that's the thing that I like little babies. So when I see them, I have a tendency to look. Let me tell y'all something. If nobody in this world don't want no baby more, I don't want no baby. I like to look at them. So that's why I make that comparable to if I see him, not realize he looking at a woman according to him. But yeah, I think that was good what you said. Is difference between looking and gawking, or looking and wanting.
And so it goes both ways. If your wife tells you, babe, you didn't put on a couple pounds. Women ain't blind either, and they like the Shamar Moores and the Morris Chestnuts, and I don't know who, Trey Songz now, and who else? The Baby. I mean, whatever you like.
Baby.
Yeah.
I know a lot of these little guys do like it.
A lot of women, grown women like it too.
See, it's subjective. Everybody have their thing.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah, and so if your spouse is telling, your wife's telling you, hey babe, you looking heavy. You looking portly. You know what I'm saying? You looking
looking heavy.
You looking like a jolly old soul. We're Christmas time. You looking like a jolly old soul.
Me looking like Santa Claus.
Right.
You looking like Saint Nick.
Take that. Accept it. It's for a reason. And like I said earlier, as men continue to be married and stuff, we have a tendency to eat when we're happy. A lot of guys do. And so there's nothing wrong with that, but with everything in moderation. So make sure. And then another thing to keep in mind is that you want to stay healthy so that you can be around for her, for your children, for your family, because that's the thing that's of the utmost importance is your survival.
But find the things about your spouse that you are attracted to and hold on to those things. If you feel like in this moment, I'm not necessarily, I don't look the way I want to look, or she doesn't look the way that I want her to look, but to me, effort is so sexy. Like if I at least see that you're trying, it ain't gonna happen overnight. I get it. But if I see that you're trying to, drop a few pounds or eat healthy or whatever, because some people that's just their metabolism. They can't just lose weight like that unless they, working out 2 times a day and eating grass and water, what I'm saying? But that's not realistic to a lifestyle. So
and then also let me say this. Everybody, like she said earlier, everybody likes different things. Some people like their spouse with some weight on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay too.
Right.
Everybody's situation is different. One thing we say all the time is that there is no one size fits all in marriage ever. So this is the things we're talking about right now, what we feel and what goes on within our relationship.
Right.
So,
and if it helps you, and you take that and you use it as well. Somebody said, don't tell her, invite her to the gym or run with her. That don't mean she's gonna always go, but I'm just joking. But if you feel like she is, putting on some weight, or something is happening where you're not necessarily attracted to her, the best thing to do also is to have a conversation. And it's a hard conversation to have, but you got to make sure that you're being mature about it, because whichever party is the one that somebody's going to say something about, like, hey, babe, you gained weight. Or if I say to you, hey, babe, you done put on a few pounds or whatever. To me, you should, what's the word? You should be happy and appreciate the fact that they came to tell you that, versus just being like, oh, I don't like what I see. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, go to the gym together, go on a run together, y'all change your diet together, do things together to make, and that's what I'm saying. Effort is sexy on both parts, male and female. So, do those, try those things. And another thing I know for women, what's really attractive to women is when men are
employed.
That's very true. But when they are confident and because sometimes you don't necessarily know exactly where you're going, but you know who you are. Like you're not so, you don't vacillate between what Henry said and what Jessica said and what Bobby said, but you know who you are, as a person, as a man, because again, that comes across as authoritative and confident, and women are attracted to that. So relative to the attraction, that in Crave, for a man, women are so attracted to your confidence and you knowing who you are. You can even say, I'm not necessarily sure, what I'm going to do next, or I just know I need to make a move, but that doesn't mean that you don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know yourself. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes when a man is, what's the word? I guess when he has a lot of doubt, mm-hmm. self-doubt.
Oh, it comes out in his everything.
Right. And it's projected onto her. And so then now she doesn't feel secure. I hope that makes sense. So, and that's one of our core needs is security. So even if you don't know, like I said, what you're going to do, just, do you know you? Do you know yourself? Do you know yourself enough to know that I need to do something different?
So let me read this definition, because the definition is of what physical attraction is. Physical attraction refers to the degree of a person's physical features that are considered beautiful or aesthetically pleasing to any specific person. That can run the gambit.
I mean, that's
whatever you like.
Everybody different.
Somebody likes somebody slim. Somebody likes somebody with a little meat on their bones. But whatever it is, degree of a person's physical features. Mm-hmm. Some people like pretty feet. Some people like small hands. I mean, the people are attracted to things for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So whatever it is that you like, whatever that is, the thing that your spouse is drawn to or attracted to, keep that going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like if your husband like your feet pretty, put lotion on your feet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If your wife like your chest, keep your chest shining.
See, the golden chest.
I knew you was gonna say that.
It was something I wanted to make a point about something, but I cannot remember what it was.
She got a whole page of notes over here.
I already said what I need to say off this thing. Oh. The biggest thing I'll say though is you need to try and cultivate a mutual pursuit of each other. Like it shouldn't just be one person always pursuing the other person, because then it becomes one-sided and the other person can feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But it needs to be like, if you know that I don't ever try to be sexually interactive with my spouse, be it male or female, they're always the one to initiate, then it may be that you need to do some self-examination. Why is that? Is it because you doubt yourself? Is it because you don't feel sexy? Is it because you're not attracted to them? What is it? Because that will start to break down the relationship. Mm-hmm. So that person also needs to know, and they may feel like, since you never come to them or come at them that type of way, that you're not attracted to them anymore, and they don't want to tell you, because vulnerability, even in marriage, is hard.
Very hard.
That's something to take into consideration as well. You want it to be a mutual pursuit, and of course, there may be one person who is trying to get at you
more pursuer,
way more than the other person, way more.
But eyes could talk.
But it needs to be, at least you need to at least let them know, because sometimes, for me, I would feel like, you don't give me a chance. You don't even give me a chance to try to pursue, because it's always a pursuit. When do the pursuit stop so that the other person can try to pursue? But
it's all that typo I be doing.
But anyway, but yeah, you want it to be. And then another thing that, correct me if I'm wrong, I know men will say, is that the biggest turn on for them is when they know that the woman is into it. Yes. I know a lot of men say that, and some women, some of us, we can just kind of lay there like a carcass and just be like,
she said carcass.
Just, are you done? Are you finished? Are you ready? You know, whatever. And like I said, a lot of times it's because of our own self-perception. It's the way that we view ourselves, and we have to try to extinguish how we feel, those thoughts that we have in our mind. But that's the hardest thing to silence, because it's so really, like, I hate to say beating yourself up, but you are really kind of breaking yourself down in the process of thinking about all the negative things. So even like you do with the other person, finding the thing that you're attracted to them for, and you hold on to that. Do the same thing with yourself. If it's one thing, I like my feet, or I like the smile of my back, or I like the way my thighs, whatever, or sculpted or whatever. But just find something about you, and kind of build off of that as you start to build yourself up.
So let me ask you this. So how much of that, what you're saying, plays into your own issues with yourself?
What do you mean?
Like a person's own insecurities. Like, could it be something like, because you were, let's say when you were younger, you were considered a stick, or you were really skinny. Mm-hmm. Could that same person that was dealing with that at 16 years old, mm-hmm, have morphed into this adult person, and that could be one of the reasons that they are not confident in the way that they look aesthetically?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yes. And like Project Skeeter mentioned earlier, if you don't have someone who is perpetuating your beauty and validating the fact that they love the way that you look, regardless of how you feel about yourself, it helps. It don't mean it's going to change anything, but it absolutely helps, because sometimes you could feel insecure within yourself and with other people, but you could feel secure with this person enough to be sexually intimate. So yes, and then you think about, people who were called, buck teeth in school, or the fat kid, or like you said, the skinny person, the olive oil. That's what they call me, olive oil. You have all of these self-perceptions of relative to yourself that you have to silence, that plays into and starts to affect your sexual relationship when you're married. And it's crazy, because sometimes in the beginning, before you get married and you're doing all of the fornicating and all the stuff, it don't bother you. You good. But then as soon as you get married, like, all this stuff starts to come up, and you like, where did this come from? And then your spouse is like, where did this come from? Because we ain't never had this issue before. So again, that's just something that you just take that into consideration. You may have to go get some counseling. You know what I'm saying? But I know that in a relationship, in a marriage, where there is one party or the other party not sexually, or they feel like it's not sexually attracted to them,
hey, Shavana,
that level of rejection is so hurtful That's a whole level. That's a level of betrayal that like you just can't even understand it. And especially if you're trying to have a conversation with them and you're trying to tell them and nothing is changing, it's slowly breaking down and destroying the relationship, because that intimacy piece is so paramount. And you want to know, especially as women, men feel it too. I know more when they get older, but we have to know that we're wanted. We have to know that you're attracted to us. Like that's so key, regardless of how we feel about ourselves. We don't want you to agree with us. Don't perpetuate what I already think. If I say my back sagging, baby, you know your back look good. You fine. You look good. You don't say, you know what, it is kind of sag. Don't say that. Even if you think you.
So one thing I was going to say is, and you correct me if I'm wrong, you can never compliment your wife enough. However, with the caveat, it has to be genuine.
Genuine. Don't just be saying it because you think oh yeah, baby, you look cute today. Oh yeah, your feet look good. Oh yeah, your stomach look tight. If I would love to hear somebody say that to me, but that ain't true. Oh well, your arms look brown. You know, like tell her heartfelt, sincere, genuine things about herself that you like. Let it be authentic, because it speaks to her. Even if a woman feels some type of way about herself, those type of compliments will open her up in ways that figuratively and literally, that you would just be like, why is that worked? Yeah, it works. And what to say? What's the slogan? It works. So
you did the finger. You did that.
It works. The slogan. I was doing it because of the slogan. What's that? What's
That's
the finger?
That's what old people do.
Whatever. Hi, manhood, God's way. Thank you for joining us, Kim Guardian. Thank you for joining us. Shop Bragg joined us. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Thanks for the hearts on Instagram as well. Yeah. So
a couple of things I just wanted to talk about as far as attraction goes. There are some, and if you've been married, you probably know this stuff, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. Some of the signs of physical attraction that play out in your body.
Hi, a royal gentleman. Thanks for joining.
That's Andre. What's up, bro?
You said it's physical signs that play out in your body?
Yeah, like when you can tell that someone is attracted to you physically.
Like you can tell?
A person
can tell when another person is attracted to them. Okay.
And so this information came from marriage.com, so it must be real. So I'm just gonna kind of just go over a couple of things here. One of the most obvious signs of strong physical attraction between two people is touching each other. Because if you're not physically attracted to somebody, if I do this, she gonna say, "Get your finger off of me, sucker."
Sucker MC. But you know what? Just to interject there, the whole, what's the word? The whole idea of making love. I say making love. A lot of people say sex and intercourse and all that, but when you talk about like passion and intimacy and making love, you do it with more than just your genitals. It's like skin, touch, face, smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. It's like a whole encompassing thing. It's not just a smorgasbord, if you will, of you in totality, like your whole self, not just the thing, not just that. So in what you're saying, it makes sense that like when people are really attracted to each other, then that usually,
like the saying goes, they can't keep their hands off of each other.
Right. And then that the intimacy piece is greater. There's more passion and more, it's more dynamic.
And so when someone is attracted to someone, they will find an excuse to touch them. So y'all watch out for that at work. Don't let Leroy be like, tell me on number 4.
I wish Leroy.
Y'all better watch Leroy and Ernestine. Y'all better watch them.
You ain't got too much worry about the Leroys. It's the Ernestines y'all be having to watch out for, because they be coming up to my can you just come look at my fax machine? We ain't even got fax machines no more. Leroy, them, they know about the Me Too movement. But these women, they be a little out of control. Ma'am. So keep your hands to yourself. So what was you saying about action or what or something?
No, I just said people finding a reason or an excuse to.
He said, I wish Leroy
see,
would.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on now, Leroy.
Leroy get that 2-piece.
Leroy and Tyrone. Y'all better, Leroy gonna have to call Tyrone with that bull.
So no, I was just saying, people, when you're attracted to someone, you find a reason to interact or touch. One of the things my wife taught me about women, if they like you, is that what they do. What's one of y'all go-to moves when you're physically attracted to a man? What's one of y'all go-to moves?
I don't touch your arm. I just said, you must have been reading. I just said that. Oh, yeah. I just said that by Ernestine coming over there talking about come.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, but you didn't reference the arm touch, though. I'm saying literally, women will be like, oh, how was your weekend? Like, are you grabbing on my bicep? Ma'am, don't be grabbing on my bicep.
Like he's squeezing like that.
They'll go from the bicep to the chestal area.
Okay, all right now, Ernestine.
Oh, you been in the gym? Oh my goodness.
Now they will do that. You looking all swole? What you been doing? They do that.
Ma'am, you just touched my chest.
And there be some of them ones, y'all. Yeah, I ain't gonna even go there. Go ahead.
So that's one of the things, is a need for touch. Another thing that shows that you could be attracted to someone is eye contact. There's so much that could be said about the way you look at your spouse. Mm-hmm. You have to learn to master the smolder if you're a man. See, I drop my voice too.
Don't do that.
You drop it a couple of octaves and you get them with let me get that smolder.
You ain't. That was a squint.
But am I lying?
You need to stop.
But is that not a thing that women could be attracted to? Is if you smolder?
It depends on the woman. It depends on
every woman like a good smolder, don't y'all ladies?
Not if it looks corny. No.
Well, it's not gonna be corny. It's probably not gonna be corny coming from the person that they love. You know what I'm saying?
I guess don't know about the smolder. It's subjective. I'm just saying. You stop. Do you smolder? And I don't know it. You be smolder? I don't smolder. Okay then. I'm saying.
But some people like the smolder.
Oh well, we said it's subjective. Y'all like the smolder, let men smolder at the woman.
Well, at least I know for sure that the voice has something to do.
Now that's the true statement. Yeah, the voice makes a big difference.
And it goes for men too. Men like a very feminine. A lot of men don't like our voices to be the same. Like, yo, this Damien White Jamie. You sure, ma'am? Can you tell him?
I've always thought I had a big voice.
His daughter is out here, and she just want to say something to him. What was your name? Oh, this is Damien. This is Jamie's wife. I mean, Jamie's husband. Jamie's wife.
Damien, stop. You just said it all wrong. Just go back to your point because you just all wrong.
So yeah, and so some of the other things that you can see are fidgeting with our hands, our hair, playing with cell phones. There are what you call tails.
That you're attracted to
somebody. You know, just do stuff like in the movies and stuff. You may see the woman, she start twirling her hair.
Yeah, but that's more like, I mean, yeah, I guess. But in a marriage, you already know a person's tails.
Sure, you know them, but all we're talking about is the attractiveness. Like that person could be doing something that you like that they're doing, and you have these tails that you do when it's like, oh, I like how he stirring in pot of greens. You know what I'm saying? He cooking.
Gerald.
Did you say Gerald?
Gerald.
Oh, Gerald.
Gerald, and they're cooking them greens. And Leroy.
Leroy, now how I cook these greens?
Leroy gonna bring them greens. Girl, let me hear. Come on, I made some greens. Come on in here to this break room. Let me show you how you make greens. Now we got the mustard.
You gonna make them in the break room?
No, he gonna give you some.
Oh.
He said you taste them because
you said he gonna come in there and show you how you make.
But I'm just saying from the taste of it.
Oh, okay.
He said I just told my wife she better twirl her hair around me. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Some of these are funny. I just thought they'd be cool to talk about. Frequent whispering. Oh, whispering in your ear can be an indication of your partner's physical attraction. Couples who are attracted to each other will always be leaning in closer than the rest of the people as they share more intimate chemistry. That's true. That's true. When you are attracted to someone and you have a connection in your marriage, you be like, you want some pizza?
Why? Just on a regular day?
Huh?
Just on a regular day?
At any time.
Just whispering?
Because you're just trying to get, it's the closeness. You dig? It's the closeness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be like, I just be wanting to be close to you. I just want to put my arm around you and be like.
But you don't be whispering. We don't be whispering. We at home in the bedroom. What you gonna whisper to me in my bed? Girl, you want some ice cream?
Yeah.
Why you whispering?
If it's gonna produce.
Because I'm gonna say, why you whispering?
Or she gonna do like this.
What? I do that?
You do that.
I don't. Maybe.
You be like, why are you so close to my ear? Because I know you like it. See, that's what she'll do right there.
It ain't for everybody. Hi, Tony Sink and Sean Rashid. Thank you guys for joining us. But yeah, we finna get ready to wrap it up. Unless you got more stuff.
We still got 15 minutes.
You don't have to go an hour if you're done with what you're saying.
I got 4 more pages.
Oh Lord.
No, I really just got a few more points. So we're talking about some of the ways that you can tell that a person is physically attracted. You mirror movements. It said that couples with great chemistry are like a mirrored version of each other. So if you find your partner is trying to mimic any of your expressions and movements, that's a clear sign that they're attracted to you.
I'm just listening because I don't know. You don't do none of that. You don't mimic none of my movements.
Let me tell you.
Do I mimic your movements?
Yes, you do.
What I do?
So check this out. When you've been with somebody for a long, you say I kept my arm around. See, I'm trying to be close. Low key.
Low key.
Yeah. So basically, when you've been with somebody for a long time, you have a tendency to act and do some of the same things, regardless of if you realize that you do it or not.
Yeah, I get it. So, but I mean, I just think that that's, assimilation. I don't think it's. I didn't know that was.
It could be subconscious though. You know what I'm saying? Like like you say some of the same things. You got some of the same gestures and things like that, and you don't even realize you do.
No, I just didn't know that was attraction. I just thought that was, like I said, camaraderie and just being around someone.
Marriage.com said it, so it must be true.
If you say that one more time.
So let me just hit these last 2 little things real quick, and we'll be done. Now, let's talk about the lack of attraction. A lack of physical attraction can lead to a drop in affection. Affection can be manifested in the form of holding hands, kissing, and cuddling. Can a marriage survive without physical attraction? I think that comes with.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Again, we're speaking of if people are healthy, everything's okay. That attraction is like, it's like the lifeblood of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the things that that draws you in to that other person. You know what I'm saying? You're being attracted to them.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? They have a few things they mimic each other unconsciously. It's very true. Right. I know. I get it. I agree. I just didn't know that was an attraction thing. I thought that was just, because you're around somebody a lot. Yeah.
And so like for me, for example, I like to take my wife. I like to study her. Like I be looking at her all the time, basically what I'm saying. And she'd be like, why you be looking at me? Because you here. That's what I'm supposed to do. Because if I stop looking, what you'll say?
Why you ain't looking at me? Who you looking at? It's just real talk.
So one of the things to be aware of as well is lack of physical attraction could be an equivalent of having a poor sex life. Studies have shown that you actually end up having very compromised and unsatisfactory sex lives. It is important to remember that physical attraction significantly impacts the level of physical intimacy and sexual drive between two.
That's very true. I totally agree. Now, marriagetoday.com, whatever.com, they got that. That's right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah. So the lack of attraction can basically deplete the relationship as a whole.
It can put water on the fire.
Yeah.
You know?
Pour water on fire.
Water on the fire.
Yeah. So again, whatever those issues are, because sometimes the lack of physical attraction is coming from underlying issues. Because well, somebody could be fine, they could be all that, but if they get on your nerves, you'd be like, I could care less. For real.
Especially women.
If you don't treat me nice, or I feel unloved, like we were talking about respect, if I feel unloved, or a man feels like she disrespects, him, like I said, you could definitely have sex, but is it gonna be intimate? Are you gonna be using your whole body? Is there a connection, or is it just mechanics of it all, just to get your rocks off? Or is it a mutual shared experience? And that's the goal.
Why you look at me when you said that? She be saying that all the time. I didn't even say nothing.
I need to say that.
Whatever.
Because that's the key. It needs to be a mutual shared experience. That makes it all the more better. Versus just, and there are going to be times where there's one person just, come on.
Sometimes you take one for the team.
You do. You know what I'm saying? You do. But for the great majority, I would prefer, and I hope that people can, get to a point to where it is a mutual shared experience. And a lot of times, you have, like they say, women are ovens and men are microwave. They be on go. Women just take a minute to warm up, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to mutually share in the experience with you just because she wasn't there with you initially. You know what I'm saying?
And we so much on, as you like to say, on go. You know how you got the numbers down at the bottom? You got that, but then you got the pictures, like you got the picture of the bacon and the potato. We like that. It's like, oh, what? Boop. You know what I'm saying? You know them buttons at the top that you don't use all the time.
I don't even see them buttons up there.
See, but that's how we are. We be like, oh, potato. How many potatoes you finna put in there? 3 potatoes. All right, 46 minutes. That's how we
let the microwave do it for you.
What that commercial says? Set it and forget it. Thank you, Selena.
Thank you, Selena. So we set it and forget. I love that with my instant pot that a great friend of ours blessed us with, and so we set it and forget it, and we set it and forgot it yesterday.
I made some reels in 3 minutes last night. I'm exaggerating, but I did make some reels fast.
But yeah, so set it and forget it. So yes,
that's pretty much all I got. I just, So since we still got about 10 minutes left, does anybody have any questions about anything? Y'all want to chop it up about anything? We can talk about Crave or something else. Hey, Sprinter 2307.
Anything.
Anybody got any marital questions or things? At the end, we always try to open it up for y'all to, if anybody got anything they want to talk about.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just I'm good. Relative to attraction, just making sure that you are what I started doing. This is what I had to do. I'm gonna be real honest and real transparent because I wasn't attracted to myself. So whatever you have to do sometimes to be attracted to yourself, that will be the catalyst and the thing that will propel you into seeing things differently. You know what I'm saying? So how does she deal with that? Is it more? Oh, okay. But yeah, that could be the thing that can propel you into seeing things differently when you see yourself differently. Because again, you can project your own mentality, your own self-doubting thoughts onto your partner and onto the world around you. So
and he just digging you he like, man, my wife bad. and she don't feel that way about herself.
Yeah, because when you focus on what you don't like about yourself, you have a tendency to shut down.
And whatever you feed grows. So if you are, like she said earlier, if you need to if you need to talk to a therapist, if you need to talk to a spiritual advisor or something like that, do whatever you need to do, but don't sit in that, because that'll start to have it'll start to play itself out in other areas of your relationship as well.
Yeah, for the great majority, it's usually a lot of times it's women who just kind of feel some type of way about ourselves. I know, like I said, men can get to a point where they feel some type. When I said that, you looked down like you was looking at yourself.
Oh, dusting my shirt
like
off.
On cue, so I was like, "Are you saying that about yourself?" But men can get to a point too, to where they feel some type of way, but women aren't as visually stimulated like a man. We are more emotionally stimulated. So that's why I said a genuine compliment, doing something nice for her. And when I say genuine, sincere, and she can feel that, you winning. Man, let me tell you, you winning. You can win. Genuine, sincere, like she know I'm feeling loved in this moment. I can't believe he did that for me.
I want to share something.
The way that he talks about me makes me feel so good about myself. Like, how do you see that in me? I don't see that. And it does something to us naturally, because we're instinctually and naturally made that way. But you wanting us and loving us in that way absolutely will be of benefit to you.
So we're gonna get to your question in 1 second, and see it. I just wanted to share this epiphany that I came to this weekend, which is it's a lot easier to make a woman happier than a lot of men say. It doesn't take as much as what we perceive.
You just so good. That's so real.
How long did it take me to come to this revelation?
25 years.
Yeah.
Because I think, and that's what I was saying not too long ago, I think the thing is, men and people have a tendency to perpetuate the ideology that women are so confusing, women are so complicated, and women don't know. And okay, I give y'all that, because we're emotional. Sometimes we feel a certain type of way, and it ain't for you to try to figure it out. Guess what you can do?
Or fix it.
That's how you. Guess what you can do? Ask a question, and then simply say, "Do you want me to do something? Is there anything I can do?" Because sometimes it ain't for you to do nothing. Mm-hmm. All you need to do sometimes is just validate how she's feeling in that moment.
Should I say those words? I validate how you're feeling in this moment.
No, I don't need to. No. Well, somebody might want to hear that. I don't know, but for me, I want it to be, you genuinely are concerned and sincere about what I'm feeling. Even if you don't understand it, it ain't always for you to try to fix it. Sometimes it's just what it is. But again, women ain't hard.
And
listen.
And there's been a common thread throughout all these movies that I've been watching and things that I've been seeing, and it's like, it don't take much. I mean, there's work to be done. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But the way that they're made, and if you do her right and you treat her right and give her what she needs to flourish in your relationship, a woman, like we talk about all the time, a woman could be like, he cheated on him, he cheated on her, he did this, he got another family, and she'd be like, I just love him so much, and we're gonna fight through this, and we're gonna make this work.
And she stayed, and she take care of the other woman, baby, too.
And then the man will be like, oh, you just at work hugging people? Oh, you just hugging and congratulating people at work, and will leave.
For a hug. Because now I can't trust you. See, something is wrong with that picture. But women aren't. But I say this all the time. God created us this way for a reason. Because if men were like women and women were like men, there would be no procreation. There would be no.
There'd be procreation. It just wouldn't be no relations.
It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't be a lot of it. It wouldn't work. It just don't. Because the thing that women are attracted to most is the male energy. That male energy, that a woman that's so different from what we possess, That's the thing that draws us near. Same for men. Am I right?
1000%.
I don't want you grabbing your balls, and you know what I'm saying. They want feminine energy. That's the thing that it's just like that's the draw.
What's the grabbing the balls?
If a woman is doing it,
she grabbing them some.
Yeah, she grabbing her balls. She masculine.
Oh, okay. She got balls. What kind of women are you talking about?
I'm not saying for women to be out here acting like they docile and he got to do everything. Oh my God, like I'm the damsel in distress, because I'm so not that at all. But it's just the femininity of a woman is what a man is attracted to. You could be the boss
bee. It's like a moth to a flame.
You could be the boss bee. You could be Miss Independent, IND, all of that. But it's the femininity of a woman that a man is really attracted to, and it's the same thing for a woman. It's the male masculinity of a man that draws us. And we're not saying men don't cry. I'm not saying that, but there's just a way about men have a way that women will never have. I don't care what you say. We'll never. It won't happen. And that's what we're attracted to. Women are attracted to.
So one of the questions was, is it more so that women take one for the team?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Probably 98% of the time.
Absolutely. And how does she deal with that? I think it depends on the person. You have to know, as the woman, do you feel like you're always taking one for the team and it's never any type of mutual shared experience? Like, do you feel like you're always taking one for the team and you never want to do it? Then that means that there's a deeper issue there. If that's because you say, how does she deal with it? There's a deeper issue there, because take one for the team quite often, but there are times where it's like, this is what we're doing. But a lot of times in marriage, women, we have to be more sexual than we feel. For me personally, there are some women out there they say they be getting it in. That's what they say. And they say all that till they get you. And then you be like, I thought you said you'd be getting it in.
I do on Tuesdays and every other 8th month.
So for women, a lot of times we do have to be more, because that's a core need for men. But just like men have to be a little bit more in tune with their emotions and stuff like that, because we need that security. You know what I'm saying? We need that friend. We need that open and honest communication. So you have to be more communicative. You have to converse more than you feel. And it has to be authentic and genuine. If this is a moment where you like, I really just don't feel like having this conversation right now. Let's do this another time so that I can really be attentive to what you're saying, because you matter and what you are going through matters, versus just like, yeah, oh man, that's not helpful. That's hurtful, is what it is. So,
and then sometimes, and the thing about it is, you strive for that shared experience all the time, but that's not going to happen all the time. And then if something becomes a pattern, that's when you have to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm taking one for the team one too many times. I feel like what I need or what I desire is being neglected. And we got to fix that if we're going to stay together and if we're going to have a harmonious relationship. It's not, her needs aren't more important than my needs, and my needs aren't more important than hers.
Right.
Everybody has to have their needs addressed.
Right.
Absolutely. We're not talking about just desire. We're talking about needs. Those have to be addressed if you're going to have a productive and harmonious marriage.
Right. That's true. That's very true. So I hope that answers your question. But yeah, women absolutely take one for the team a lot more than men, because
we're always willing to take one for the team.
But the reality of that is when you take one for the team, you don't always come out
winning.
Yeah, you don't. It's not always you don't always
get the big O.
Yes, you don't always get the W. You know what I'm saying? You don't always get That's what I'm saying. You just kind of be like, I'm here taking one for the team. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So if that happens, then you have to make sure as a husband that you you get her taken care of too. Maybe not this time, but the next time.
Maybe not this time.
I mean, if you take,
but no, I get it because
but sometimes it can begin that way.
Yeah,
and it can go other places.
That's what I was saying too. Okay. But like I said, for us, I'll just speak for us. Sometimes you take one for the team. It's not even with a W on the other side of it. Like my mind, I already know that that's not what I'm going. That's not what I'm going for.
You're literally taking one for the team.
Yes.
Literally.
And I'm doing this for you. Or maybe just because, like I said, man, sometimes when you just say some nice things and you get, you make her feel good and you did something nice for her, and you cleaned up, you did something. And she's just like, hey, he did all right. And
I'm gonna say what's crazy is like that happens.
I'm gonna get him some tonight.
Because it's like the other day, I said something to you. I'm trying to remember what I said, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, that made me feel so pretty," or something like that. You remember that? Oh well, it happened.
It happens a lot. It happens all the time, and he just be like, "I don't understand women. I don't understand
the stuff." Just like as a woman, she doesn't understand what we're drawn into. You know what I'm saying? Because like while she was just talking like this, I was like, I like her little hands while she was just talking.
See. In my mind, I just be like, what? Okay, well, that's great. But like I said, for me, sometimes I'm going in knowing that this just ain't about me. I mean, there can still be some enjoyment, but I'm not trying to get there, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I will oblige in helping her
if I wanted to. But I'm just like, this ain't what this is right now.
If it ain't this time. Definitely the next time.
But most time I'll say this ain't, I'm good. Like this is just, sometimes you just, for women, let me say for me, it's not always, it's just sometimes I just want what I want in that moment. They laughing at you talking about the hands. So somebody said communication with comprehension is key. Selena. Kudos, my sister, because absolutely. If there's no comprehension, then, I mean, did you really communicate? You know what I'm saying? We was just talking. Yeah, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? So comprehension is absolutely the key to any type of communication. That's why you got to say, okay, so what I'm hearing you say is, and correct me if I'm wrong. You hear us say that, like, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, you wrong. Let me correct you. You know what I'm saying? So you give that person place, and you give them the opportunity to be able to say, well, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be open to being wrong, if you will, and giving that person a chance to say, I don't like this, I don't like that, and get your ego out the way, because you cannot course correct if you don't know.
And it takes a lot of emotional maturity to hear your spouse's truth. It takes time in a lot of situations for you to get to the point to where because a lot of times your spouse doesn't feel that they can be honest with you because of how they think that you're going to take what they say. So that's how you have a lot of issues and a lot of underlying issues in your relationship, because he feels you can't take the burden of what he says, and she feels like you're too sensitive, that if she tells you your game is whack, she may say that, but she's willing to help you fix it to what's important to her. Because one of the things that I've seen and I've heard and I've learned is that what goes on out in those streets don't have nothing to do with what's going on with us. Because if anybody has followed us for any amount of time, you know that I research a lot. So I'll come to her with my research and be like, so do you like peanut butter and pickles? And it's like, well, no, I don't. Yes, you do. You're a woman. And I just finished this article from Psychology Today, and they said that all women like peanut butter and pickles. Well, you got to, like I say all the time, you have to be a student of your own spouse. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even know what I'm saying. I just felt it.
Yeah, you just gotta know that person, that you're what they like.
Yes, you have to know what your spouse likes because that's very important.
Yeah, because you hear a lot of things. Well, y'all being like it when you such and such and such.
2 meets.
And then you do, and then you do that, and he like, I don't care about none of that.
I don't care about none of that.
I don't care about
Ask them what they like.
Look, that's my note right there. Just ask.
Just ask. But when you ask, be willing to hear what your spouse is saying. Yeah. Please.
Be open to feedback. Absolutely. That was a great comment. And then the single man that could, I like that name. He said we need to be able to be direct and honest with each other.
If you're gonna be together, in love. That's good.
In love, because the presentation is everything. But you are absolutely correct. You have to be direct and honest. And sometimes what they say, the truth hurts. It do. You just got to be able to take it. Just take them blows.
But sometimes surgery hurts, but it's with intent.
Right.
If you know, like in the book, Love and Respect, if you know that your spouse has genuine goodwill towards you, then you have to be willing to hear what their truth is. Because when somebody really loves and cares for you, they only want what's best for you. Like, again, if you've been on any of our broadcasts, usually she will do something. She'll pull something off of my face, or she'll move her hair out the way or smooth my eyebrows. She does that because
I want to push your glasses up right now.
They not down.
They just look low to me.
Oh, it's because they big. But they not, these fit my ears good. It's hard when you got a big head to find good glasses that fit your face. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I'm just telling y'all that. But you have
goodwill.
You have to know that your spouse has goodwill and they're not out to try to destroy you like a diabolical, dastardly individual that don't want nothing but disdain and hate for you. They really want you to do and be your best. Is there a comment?
He was just saying, let's talk about this Leroy, but he got to go. He said, great discussion tonight. This really opens up combo in my household as we watch you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for that.
Project Skeeter, where are you located? What part of the country are you in? I feel like I've asked you that before, but
you have. Because I can't remember. She's the one.
Was it Virginia?
I think he was the one that showed us his wife's closet.
No, that was
that wasn't Project Skeeter?
No, that one. I don't think that was Project Skeeter.
I can't remember the name, but Project Skeeter's on her all the time, so I appreciate
Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, cool.
So we absolutely appreciate you. I know you have to go, but thank you for joining us.
Does anyone have any other questions? Looks like whatchamacallit is Instagram will let you go over an hour now.
I saw that. That's why I was just kind of trying to watch and see, but I guess because
Sharika.
I guess because you can download to IGTV now. Yeah. Probably why. Hey Shell, thank you. How you doing? Tell everybody hey. But yeah, that's all.
So now we're still going through CRAVE. We talked about communication. We talked about respect. Tonight we talked about arousal,
attraction,
arousal/attraction. And when we come back the next time, we're going to talk about
the V, value.
Not the vagina. Get your mind out together. It's value. So
the V.
Go. Hey, Julia, thank you for tuning in. So if anybody has any questions, if y'all want Marriage is Real when the pandemic is over to come speak at your local organization or board, we do that too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all need. If anybody has any questions, you can reach us at marriageisreal@gmail.com. We have a website, marriageisreal.com. If you type in Marriage is Real with no spaces, it comes right up. We come up at the top now on Google. But whatever y'all need, hit us up. You can DM us. But please like, share, hearts, all that stuff. Oh,
you look so fat on Instagram.
Baby, you look good.
It just seems like my stomach be looking like a sack of. Go ahead. I'm just looking.
Anyway, so if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out to us. Oh, make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get our viewership up on there as well. And then lastly, can I talk about the podcast?
What podcast?
Just remember this name, The Unpopular Opinion. That's coming. All right, good people. If nobody has anything else, we're gonna sign off for this evening. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much, and enjoy the rest of your day, evening. I'm gonna go in here and cook real quick in like 5 minutes. I wish I could put the whole meal in the Instapot, like right now. Like I can put a big chunk of frozen ground meat in there.
Yeah, you make a meatloaf. You probably can make a meatloaf. I don't think.
But yeah, so we love y'all. Y'all have a good evening.
Bye, y'all.
Finish our Christmas shopping, whatever y'all gotta do. Y'all have a good night.
This is
Thank y'all.
And Trace. I think it's the X.
They've changed it. It used to say end.
I can't even end this. Look. Oh, it looks so good.
Wow.
It didn't end. Do we still going?
The time stopped.
But it didn't say end broadcast. What a red light. It's off.
What red light?
It usually shows you a red light when you're recording. Okay, so I guess it's off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I hit refresh?
Refresh.
Over here to see if it went off.
You probably leave this.
Oh, there you go, right there.
Oh, there it is. We're still on here.